Gang, gang. Today's guest is a comedian, a snack food connoisseur, a man with long hair, and a deceased man, a celestial being. Today's guest is Mitch Hedberg. I do not wear sunglasses, but I do wear a bloodshot eyes obfuscation system. Oh yeah, gang. And why do you think that your parents decided to name you Mitch? I mean, why not Henry Hedberg, or maybe Joseph, or Jonathan? My mom told me that I was named after my great-grandfather. I said, everybody is named after their great-grandfather. It would be crazy if you met someone who is named before his great-grandfather. He'd say, my great-grandfather didn't have a name. Gang. Now, was that your grandfather's father? Or was that a grandpa who was a really great guy? Like one of them damn Alexander the Great type situations. The great-grandfather naming system seems very lazy. What do we call the guy older than grandpa? Great-grandfather. And the guy older than him? Great-great-grandfather. People who don't understand history are doomed to repeat the word great. I think that's why people wear those red MAGA hats. They think that their ancestors were all great, great, great. Oh yeah. And now I think that with the technology and with people living longer, they're gonna need to come up with some new terms for these old guys. Maybe something like Grambucha or Grambutan. This here is my Grambutan. And this is a bit personal for me because growing up I was told that my older brother was my Grambutan. I just think that so was it hard growing up with a name like Mitch Hedberg? I knew a guy who called me Dead Hedberg. I thought it was because I liked the Grateful Dead. But it turns out that he was a fortune teller. Gang. Kids can be very cruel and also very prescient. And I guess I just meant that with your first name being Mitch, it kind of rhymes with some of them bad words, some of them bad boy words. Bitch, ditch, glitch. What was I talking about? Shakespeare. Oh yeah. Itch, snitch, which I feel like that it would just be tough if you got into a battle rap competition. Like it would be too easy for your opponent. But what about rich? I could just come back by quoting Dave Chappelle, quoting Rick James. I'm not sure that having a lot of money is a good thing. I mean, I think there are a couple things about that in the Bible. How myopic of my battle rap opponent to think that. I am rich not monetarily, but like a delicious milk chocolate candy bar. Or perhaps it doesn't mean that at all. Maybe it's just my first name is Richard. I mean, those old school names were just so versatile. As a parent, you could just name a kid Richard and then just leave it up to him to choose what kind of a person he wanted to be. You want to be rich? Do you want to be a Dickie, a Ricky? I just think that he had a lot of options. Or he could just run around screaming, "I'm a dick," and they couldn't do a damn thing about it. Or perhaps when Rick James said, "I'm rich, biatch," he was only referring to his first name. Oh yeah, I could see that. I think that, he just wanted to switch it up maybe. Back then they weren't doing a lot of the gender transition stuff, but they would do more of a transition with the name. I think that what's crazy is that Rick James, he wasn't born a Rick or a Richard or a Ricky or a Dick. He was actually born James Johnson, James Ambrose Johnson Jr. And he just he did the transition. He went from James to Rick, and then he took that over to Rich. I don't want to be Rick James anymore. Just go ahead and call me Rich Jim.